Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. We're just gonna do a little crops run this morning, and then I have some stuff I need to do this afternoon and stuff. So, not much going on today. We can go. Well, actually, as you can tell by the title of this video, we have a new addition to the farm. I'll keep you over here so you don't see it behind me. We have a new addition to the farm. It's a different shade of red. Case 970. Dad got that the other day when he went to Napanee to deliver some straw. He got that from the Amish gentleman that he sold the straw to. But yeah, it runs pretty good. It used to have a cab. It used to have a cab on it, but I cut it off. But we have it on my grandpa's little disc. We were disking out there around the corn stalks. The stuff that Dad mowed down. So it's a pretty nice little thing. Runs like a champ. Still trying to figure out the gear shifting pattern. Pretty sure it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously power shift 1, 2, 3, and then reverse right there. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's running. It runs pretty good. It runs, like I said earlier, it runs pretty well. So. Alrighty, enough chatting. Let's go on a little crops run. It rained about 3/10 last night, so maybe this afternoon I can take this rig out for another lap around the corn. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, we'll see you over by the corn here. Alright, we're over here at the corn. It did start tasseling Saturday, I believe. Friday and Saturday, and obviously, yeah, it's still tasseling. But like some are in full tassel, like right there, and they have silks and everything down here. But then some of them look like this. They don't have a tassel yet, but it should be just right inside these leaves. In theory, yep, there it is. There she is. It's on its way. But yeah, it's not very even. This year, it seems like not very many fields are even across the board. Oh, hey, homies. Yeah, it doesn't seem like very many of them are just top line even across the field. But oh well. We did get 9 inches of rain in 10 days, or however much it was. I can't remember. Right around the time when people were trying to put nitrogen 28 on. But we did ours. Mom and Dad did this field the night before it downpoured, so not everybody got 28 up there in their roots. But hey kitty cat. But all right, now we'll go look at the beans on the other side and then go over to the 19 field and check out what's going on over there. All right, we're down here at the beans. As you can see, the corn is right there. Just gonna walk out here. These end rows don't look too hot, but they probably gotten drove over a bunch of times. There's another balloon, pretty sure. As I said before, these are planted with Tim, the gentleman I work for, with his planter, his Kinsey 3600 planter. They're looking pretty good. They're up to my mid shin, so mid calf. They're doing pretty good, but they're flowering already, which is great. But the beans this year look pretty even across the board. But yeah, they're looking great. So, all right, now we will head on over to the 19 field, and it's gonna a sprayer track, so I don't have to walk over all of them. And we will check out the beans and double crop beans and sorghum Sudan over there. So see you over there. Over here, we'll start with the regular season beans here. They do look pretty good. Oh, we got the planter in here. They do look pretty good across the board. These end rows don't look too hot, but we all know the reason why. There might not even be seeds in the ground right there. But anyway, so these beans are looking pretty good. These are up to these right. Well, these are a little bit taller than these, if you can't tell. These are almost to my knee there, and then these are again about mid-ish calf. But, and then, yeah, so, I don't know what the difference is there. I don't know. It goes up and then back down. So, and then we'll head over here to the double crop beans and check out those. These double crops are up. They came up, last Wednesday, I think they were up out of the ground. Going pretty good down in there. We did figure out why the 6 row was not planting. Oh, this is where I was throwing beans around, I'm pretty sure. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. The 6 row wasn't planting in 2 or 3 boxes very well. One, it wasn't planting very well at all. The other 2, they're hit and miss. But the plate that turns around in there, bearing was out, so it was rattling. That's why it was so loud. So it was rattling and shaking the seed out of the plate, so it wasn't bringing it all the way around. So that's why Dad came back through a couple days later and replanted it with the big planter. But so I think we're gonna have some 90-inch beans, or 60. I think there's a couple 90-inch bean rows out here, like right here. I guess there's some coming up right there, but right, it would have been from right there to right there, I believe. So yeah, we would have had some experimental beans out here, that's for sure. But I see some 15-inch cuts in the ground, so yeah, Dad, like I said, Dad already came out here and replanted that. But we're making our way over to the sorghum Sudan grass that I drilled the other day. There's some reseeding there. It's probably not going to be up by now. Usually takes a little bit. But nonetheless, I'll come down here, actually somewhere in here. Oh, down here's a good spot, and dig around for a minute and see what I can see. All right, this is a good spot. I can see it from the road. I can see my row from the road, because it's bare dirt right here. I don't know why that is. Must have chopped it up good with the VT. But I'll take my knife and I'll go right here, I guess. See what we can see. Oh, yeah, there's a plant right there. Pretty sure. Yep, there's one. You can see it. Right there. That little guy right there. Right there. Yep, there you go. No, sorry. This one right here. If you didn't see it. Great. That means they're coming up. This 3/10 of rain probably helped a lot. Oh, there's one coming up right now. I think a couple coming up right there. Great, that's good. But yeah, this 3/10 of rain probably helped quite a bit. So helped helps stunt a little bit more. It'll help, or yeah, it'll help them get going a little faster, and it's not so dry out here. So but alrighty, well, I don't have really anything else planned for this morning. I have a couple things that I probably need to do this afternoon, but I guess we'll probably see you then. Well, good afternoon again, everybody. This afternoon, there's a couple things I'm gonna be doing, as I've said here for a little bit. So one of those is taking these wrapped corn stalk bales over to the pasture and taking them off. So and I have a couple other things I want to do, so stick around. Okay, we're back over here at the pasture, or we made it over here. I lost those two right there on just down the road from Grandma's. Luckily, Mom wasn't too far away with the skid loader, so I had her come down. I'm gonna see how many of these fall down when I take this ratchet off. We strapped them on then so that they wouldn't go anyplace. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they won't fall. Oh well. Oh no, I lost these two, sorry. Wrong side. I lost these two bales on the road. So, alright, I brought forks along with me. So I'll get a little red and we will unload these babies and then head on back down to Grandma's. Welcome back again. It's about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I was just gonna give you an update on what the cows are acting like, how they're feeling and everything. Andy's all mopey because he's not a 4-H cow anymore, but he still is as much of a pain as he was then. These two heifers are doing fine, this one and that Charlotte one out there. Clark's doing fine. This is one of the steers I showed from last year. And then Eddie's also fine right here. This black steer I showed last year as well. Everybody up here is doing okay. They're all doing pretty good. We're going to take the 5 Holsteins to the sale barn here at the end of the month. If you've ever raised Holsteins, you'll know Holstein steers, you know that they'll never finish. They'll never ever finish unless you keep them for like 15 years. And maybe that's an exaggeration, but so they're as close to finished. Not him. He's not very close, nor him. They're from the same bull or same farm, I should say. But these 3, Andy, These three are, those three are from the same farm as well, and they are a little bit more finished than the other two Holsteins. So I'll get these guys fed, and then we will go back to the cows, and we'll check in with them. Here come the cows. Da, 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 da. As you can see, we're back here at the cows pasture. Now all the cows look really good. Really good. They're all healthy and walking around. Oh, there's the other calves. Okay, well, I'll go try to find the other two calves. Hopefully they'll land back here. We'll see what they're doing. They were both laying back here. Just chilling out. Smart choice. Our plan is to wean these guys at the end of the month. So, that young man might need another shot. I was hoping I gave him enough to hold him over. Oh, someone pooped on you, girl. Oh well. He's limping a little bit on his back right foot, and I think it's something to do with foot rot. That guy right there. We gave him a shot 2 nights ago, and then yesterday he was doing fine. Well, not like perfect, but you wouldn't be able, if you didn't know he was limping, you wouldn't be able to tell. But now he seems to be a little bit worse. His joint's a little bit swollen again, so we might have, I'll keep an eye on that, see how bad it is tomorrow, and see if we need to give him another shot. But so, yep, those two look good too. But like I said, we're gonna wean at the end of the month. That'll be 6 months for, around 6 months for the 3 black calves, and then that red heifer calf up here, she's been on her mom for a little while, but she will go berserk if she's without her mom. And I know she will, even with other calves, but it was probably gonna get really bad without other calves with her. So, and Charlie's at home still yet. So we're just gonna wait and wean them all again at the end of the month. So, yep. Those are the cows. Look pretty good, I'd say. So, alrighty, well, I'm gonna go back and see what else needs to be done. We're back down here at Grandma's now. I have the skid all parked up how I need it. And I'm gonna clean out these 4 hog pens. And then, yeah. So, I'll set you guys up again, and as we've done before in the past, and then you're gonna watch me do this. Cleaned up. Now we're gonna go dump this in the field, spread it out, and then we'll go disc with the 970 here. So. here it is again, 970. If you hear me use the word like desert, if you just like in the title, desert sunset, that's the color that these cases were. And then up to the 1175, and then they halfway through the 1175, they switched to power white and power red. So that's about the extent of my case knowledge. I'm a red case guy, not a white case guy. So, alright, we'll go disc that around a lap, and then we'll disc that manure in and get going. This thing runs good. I think it has new injectors in it, is what Dad said. So. Alrighty. I figured out, I think the gear shift pattern is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Sounds like a case too. When you're pushing the clutch, and when you let go, it's like that. So, let's go. Back to here, and then turn around and out back there, all the way back around to back here. So, yep. Just letting it cool down for a minute. Where it's working pretty hard. It was working pretty hard. Okay. 3, 2, this one you can actually push the fuel shutoff back in. On 2590, you can't. You can, but it's not wise because the starter stud is about I don't know, a 1/4 inch, maybe closer to the oil, the dipstick. Yeah, where the dipstick goes. So yeah, it starts it. It can ground itself, start itself, blow a hole in the side of the dipstick thing, and blow all the oil out and ruin your motor on a 2590. But yep, sounds like a case. No, if I didn't clarify myself. I think Their color scheme was Desert Sunset and Power Red was the two colors in there, and then they went to Power White and Power Red in 1175. I didn't clarify the second color. But, yeah, these girls are all getting all settled in. They're nice shavings. They're kind of dirty. Oh well, they're not 4-H pigs anymore. They're going to be sows here sometime before the year's over, hopefully, if I get all my ducks in a row. But yeah, I dumped a whole bag of shavings in, mostly because we need to get rid of them, and probably because it's okay if they do have some in there, some extra in there. They deserve it. So alright, I'm gonna go home and see what's cooking at home. And so we're back down here at Grandma's again. I did go back to a Heritage Iron magazine and did some research. Not that it matters. I don't know why I'm so worried about this paint scheme color, but 1974, in the middle of the 1175 production, Case ceased, I believe if I read this correctly, Case ceased combine production. So, and then they did a bunch of other stuff and changed to Power White and Power Red for the 1175. But this is Desert Sunset and Power Red. But, so, it'll be around for a little while, I hope. Pretty cool machine. Might haul wagons with it or do some tillage with it or something like that. But, so, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, Kolbe out.